Okay, here I am. First off, I'm in my Mercantile Square loft. You see the brick in the background? It's because this is a historical building. It's not snowing. I know there's no snow on the ground. This is something I want to communicate to you while I'm walking over to Whole Foods. I don't know, I can't think about it, if Chuck's off today or not. I'm here, dude. Let's turn the camera over to our off right here. Now, Allie's apartment actually faces Wencoop. Mine faces the alley, and this is the 16th Street Mall. This is where I live, Gentry Place on the corner. Now, I may be a total space cadet. I admit, I may be a total space cadet, but I think my life, not sounding egocentric or egotistical, is the basis, the foundation of potentially a book called Driving to Tokyo. Can I just be real with you for about 6-minute walk to Whole Foods? This is my parking garage right here. I just moved my car this morning, but let's turn the camera back to you. That didn't open up to be, it wasn't created, or the lofts weren't open, is what I'm trying to say, till 1996. Up the same year that Coors Field, the baseball field, opened with the Colorado Rockies' first season in 1996, 4 blocks away. This is City Park, and this is a lake I often go to and park my Prius and take a walk around the lake. It's only about 3 miles east of where I live in lower downtown, maybe about a 10-minute drive, depending on how you hit the signal lights. And it's only a short walk from St. Mark's Coffee House. And you can see the buildings there in the background. And Denver has lots of parks. It's one of my favorite parks. But also there's a place called Wash Park I'm going to show a video in a little bit of. But if you're not familiar with Denver, Colorado, it's often called the Mile High City because it's 5,280 feet above sea level. And it's capital of Colorado. And Colorado's known for its skiing and its mountains and outdoors. But this is City Park. I moved to Denver, some background. I moved to Denver in August of 1990 after growing up and living in Southern California, specifically San Diego, from age 7 to 37. That's a big chunk of my life. 7 to almost 40. A lot of history there. You know, went to school, elementary school, Orlando Park, Horace Mann Junior High School, Monte Vista High School, left home at 19, played high school football. Had a brown belt in judo, did full contact kung fu in my early 20s with Navy SEALs, and on and on. I got married in SRF Church, Self-Realization Fellowship, October 18th, 1981. Just a lot of history. And then there's a point after I was married for 5 years, and I want to say, people always often ask, say, why did you guys break up, or why did you go through a divorce? If I had to do it all over again, I would have tried harder, because back then I was naive. I was married when I was 28. We had a beautiful story. My wife then, Sharon, proposed to me after only knowing me 3 weeks when I was doing Self-Realization Fellowship, soulmate affirmations, and meditating. I was into metaphysics and being a vegetarian, and I hadn't had a girlfriend in 4 years, since age 23, when my girlfriend, Carol Cook, who I met at Stone Steps Beach in Encinitas, shot and killed herself and bled to death on December 30th, 1976. And that kind of set me on a path of being really spiritual, meditating, changed my whole life. So I was on that path for about 4 years. And then I met Sharon at the Earth Song bookstore. We talked the first day, and that first day, this is in Del Mar, this is right down the street, by the way, from Anthony Robbins' first home that he had. He lived in the area. I actually met him, knew of him. In fact, I have been to his castle. And my inner voice said, when I was meditating and doing soulmate affirmations, get on your bike, ride down to Earth Song bookstore. And I'm like, I'm doing soulmate affirmations. No, get on your bike right now. I'm like, I'm doing so. He said, that's why I'm telling you to do this. So it's a true story. So I rode my bike down. I had this little studio a few blocks from the Self-Realization Fellowship ashram grounds. I was an SRF devotee, and walked in the door, the Earth Song bookstore, went to the metaphysical books section. I went to all the time. There she was. She was standing there reading metaphysical books. And the voice said, that's why you're here. I'm like, really? What? And I'm thinking, I'm doing soulmate affirmations. I'm not a total space cadet. I guess maybe there could be something here. So she started walking out the door, and I stopped her. This is exactly what happened. I stopped her. I said, I know this seems weird, but I think we're supposed to meet today. Can we talk? And she said, yeah, do you have a little bit of time? So we walked down to the beach, this beautiful grassy area overlooking the beach in Del Mar, right by the train station, right down the street from Tony's place. And we talked for 2 hours. I found out after we talked, she lived up in a place called Dana Point, which is about an hour north of Encinitas, right on the ocean. And she was an RN, and she was meeting with a guy named David Harris, who had this big, huge, holistic, metaphysical organization. They put on these big seminars at the university right there. And the only reason she went to the bookstore, she decided to go down up the coast instead of taking the freeway. And she did that at the precise time I rode my bike there. So we synchronized. So we talked, and then she went home that day and told her roommate she just met the man she was going to marry. And she proposed to me 3 weeks later. And then we got married in the SRF church. And then in January of 1982, we went out to New Mexico School of Natural Therapeutics and went to school together. I've got the diploma here. We opened up an office and we did colonics and massage for 5 years. And she's the reason why I met Jack Canfield. That's just a little glimpse of some of my lifelong weird stories. That's one of the reasons why I had my taxi cab company. I called it Express Connections. So it's all interconnected, including stuff that's happening today. And now, Sharon and I split up in got married 81, 86. 86. So it's been a long road. That's why I make these videos. I'm trying to piece my life together, because if I don't do it, who's going to do it? I'm the only one that knows my life story as well as I do. Maybe some girlfriends along the way, and like my ex-girlfriend Sylvia, who I haven't talked to and seen in 25 years. She probably would know some of my stories, because I think I probably told her some, but frankly, we're not talking right now. And I don't think she knows my newest stories. And because she's now my ex-girlfriend, she may not even want to hear my new stories. The people in my car do, and new people I meet here. But the best way to share my stories is to have them go to my channel. Anyway, I'm going to start this video right now.